Good morning, children. How are you all? You are very well. Yes, we have completed 2 lessons. We have completed 2 lessons. You have studied. Have you studied the 2 lessons? I will keep test. Okay. I will announce soon, and I will keep test. Before that, you must study them. Okay. Whatever you have written in the classwork and also in your book, you study them and get ready for the test. Get ready for the test. Okay, children? Okay. Today we are going to start the new lesson, that is the structure of the atom. That is structure of the atom. This is the new lesson. So you learn some new things. You will learn some new things from this lesson. Are you ready to listen the class, children? Okay, children. We will study them in detail. We will study them in the detail. Okay. What do you see in the picture, children? This is the structure of atom. This is the structure of atom. In this lesson, we are studying about the structure of atom. Yes. So look at this structure of atom. Look at that. Atoms consist of 3 basic particles. Atoms consist of 3 basic particles: protons, electrons, and neutrons. Say again: protons, electrons, and neutrons. The nucleus of the atom. The nucleus, it is in the center of the atom. It is in the center of the atom. So the nucleus of the atom contains the proton, that is positively charged, and the neutrons, no charge. There is no charge. The outermost region of the atoms are called electron shell. The outermost region of the atoms are called electron shell, and they contain the electron. They contain the electron. The electrons negatively charged. What is that? Negatively charged. Protons positively charged. Neutron no charge, but the electrons negatively charged. Okay. This lesson we will study them in detail. Okay, children. Now we study about early theories of matter. Early theories of matter. In ancient time, many theories were given about the nature of matter. Many theories were given about the nature of matter. Empedocles, who is that? Empedocles suggested that matter is made up of 4 elements. Matter is made up of 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Empedocles held that all matter is made up of only 4 elements. Is made up of 4 elements. Empedocles held that or suggested that all matter is made up of 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Then Leucippus and his people Democritus proposed an atomic basis of matter, believing that all matter is built up from tiny particles. Built up from small particles differing in size and shape. அளவுகள் வேறுபட்ட சிறிய துகள்களிலிருந்து கட்டப்பட்டுள்ளது. All matter is built up from the small particle, tiny particle differing in size and shape. Leucippus and his people Democritus proposed an atomic basis of matter. They are believing that all matter is built up from tiny particles differing in size and shape. Okay, children. Empedocles, then Leucippus and his people Democritus. They are a Greek philosopher belonging to 5th century, 5ஆம் நூற்றாண்டில், suggested that this one. Okay. Now listen here. In ancient time, that is the early theories of matter. Many theories where they were given about the nature of matter. Empedocles suggest matter is made up of only 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. But Leucippus and his people, Democritus, a Greek philosopher, they proposed an atomic basis of matter, believing that all matter is built up from tiny particles differing in size and shape. Okay, then we will study them. Now we will study about Indian sage. We will study about Indian sage who developed atomic theory 2600 years ago. Indian sage, India Munivar. Okay, Indian sage who developed atomic theory 2600 years ago. An Indian sage and philosopher known as Acharya Kannada. Acharya Kannada. He suggested that matter is made up of indivisible particles. பிரிக்க முடியாத துகள்கள். So made up of indivisible particle called Parmanu. Meaning ultimate particle. Meaning ultimate particle. இறுதி துகள். Okay. Parmanu cannot exist in free state. Cannot exist in free state. So it combines with other Parmanu forming bigger particle. It combines with other Parmanu forming bigger particle. Different combination of Parmanu produced different types of substances. So here, who is that Kannada? Who was that Kannada? That is Acharya Kannada. He also known as Kasiyappa. He also known as Kasiyappa. Then he was an ancient Indian natural scientist. He was an ancient Indian natural scientist and philosopher who founded the Vaisesika school of Indian philosophy that also represents the earliest Indian physics. Who was founded the Vaisesika school of Indian philosophy that also represents the earliest Indian physics. Okay. So here different combination of Parmanu produced different types of substances. So he put forward that atoms could be combined in various ways to produce chemical changes in presence of factors like heat. He gave blackening of earthen part and ripening of fruits or example of this phenomenon. Examples of this phenomenon is an Indian sage and philosopher. He is known as Acharya Kannada. Already I explained Acharya Kannada, also known as Kasiyappa. He was an ancient Indian natural scientist and philosopher who founded the Vaisesika school of Indian philosophy that also represents the earliest Indian physics. Okay. He suggested that matter is made up of indivisible particles. பிரிக்க முடியாத துகள்கள். That is called Parmanu, meaning ultimate particle. Parmanu cannot exist in free state. They cannot exist in free state. It combines with other Parmanu forming bigger particle. So different combination of Parmanu produced different types of substance. Already we know that. Yes. Okay children, we will study them. We will study the next one. Now we study about Acharya Kannada. Acharya Kannada. Acharya Kannada was born in 600 BC before Christ in Prabhakestra, that is near Dwarka in Gujarat. Okay, he was born in 600 BC. Kristu Prabhadarku mun, before Christ. Kimu. Okay, in Prabhakestra near Dwarka in Gujarat. This place is in Gujarat. This place is in Gujarat. He was on a pilgrimage to Prayag. Yathirai. Pilgrimage appadina Yathirai. So he was on a pilgrimage to Prayag. He saw thousands of pilgrims littering the streets with flowers and rice grains. Littering, குவித்து வைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது, flowers and rice grains. Thousands of pilgrims littering the streets with flowers and rice grains. He started collecting these grains from the street. So this Acharya collected all those grains from the streets. He was questioned why he was collecting the grains from streets which were discarded by the beggar, which were discarded by the beggar. So he replied that each grain is valuable, or each and every grain is valuable. A collection of 100 will be a meal for a person. அதில் collection of 100 வந்து ஒருத்தங்களுக்கு உணவாக என்ன செய்யலாம், உணவாக கூட இருக்கலாம். A collection of meal, a collection of 100 will be a meal for a person. அந்த 100 கூட ஒருவர் சாப்பிடக்கூடிய அளவில் என்ன செய்கிறது இருக்கிறது. A collection of 100 will be a meal for a person. From that day, the people started calling him Kannada. Kan means smallest particle in Sanskrit. Okay, he conceptualized the idea of smallest particle. So he began writing down his ideas and teaching them to others. So people called him Acharya Kannada, the teacher of small particles. He wrote a book on his research, Vaisesik Darshan, and he became to be known as father of atomic theory. Acharya Kannada, already I told you, he was born in 600 BC in Prapas Kestra, that is New York, Gujarat. He was on a pilgrimage, யாத்திரை. எங்க போறாங்க யாத்திரையாக, எங்க போறாங்க பிரேயருக்கு. சரியா? He saw thousands of pilgrims littering the streets with the flowers and rice grains. Littering the streets with the flowers, with the flowers and rice grains. He started collecting these grains from the street. But he was questioned why he was collecting the grains from streets which were discarded by the beggar. He replied that each grain is valuable. Each grain is valuable. The collection of 100 will be a meal for one person. One person. So from that day onwards, all the people started calling him Kannada. That K-A-N, Kan means smallest particle in Sanskrit. Kannada, Kan. So the smallest particle in Sanskrit. He conceptualized the idea of smallest particle. So he began writing down his ideas and teaching them to others. So people called him Acharya Kannada. So that this name come from these all. Okay, he wrote a book on his research, Vaisesik Darshan, and he began to be known as father of atomic theory. Okay, children. Now we will study about Dalton's atomic theory. Dalton's atomic theory. John Dalton. About John Dalton, a school teacher, a meteorologist and an expert on color blindness. John Dalton is best known for his pioneering theory of atomism. He also developed methods to calculate atomic weights and structure and formulated the law of partial pressures. Okay, listen. Although a school teacher, a meteorologist and an expert on color blindness, John Dalton is best known for his pioneering theory of atomism. He also developed methods to calculate atomic weights, structures and formulated the law of partial pressures. Okay, children. Here John Dalton atomic theory we will study now. John Dalton atomic theory we will study. I explain him. Okay, who is the John Dalton? I explain you. What do you see in the picture, children? What do you see? John Dalton. You are seeing John Dalton. Okay. In 1808, John Dalton, an English chemist, proposed the theory. He is an English chemist proposed the theory. Okay. The Dalton's atomic theory was the first complete attempt to describe all matter in terms of atoms and their properties. The first part of his theory states that all matter is made of atoms which are indivisible. The second part of the theory says all atoms of the given element are identical in mass and properties. In mass and properties, okay. The Dalton's atomic theory. He, in 1808, John Dalton, an English chemist, proposed the atomic theory. Okay. Next, we will study about the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. We will study about the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Now we are going to study about postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Matter is made up of indivisible particles. பிரிக்க முடியாத indivisible particle. பிரிக்க முடியாத துகள்கள். Indivisible particles, that is called atoms. Second one, atoms of the same elements are similar in shape and mass, but they differ from the atoms of other elements. Listen children, the same element atoms are similar. Their shape is similar and mass also is similar. But the one atom is differ from the other atom of other element. Yes or no? Listen, if it is same element atom, that is similar. Suppose if they listen other element atom, that is different. Then atoms cannot be created or destroyed. Then atoms of different elements may combine with each other in a fixed simple whole number ratio. Fixed and simple whole number ratio to form compounds. The last point says atom is the smallest particle taking part in a chemical reaction. Atoms is the smallest particle. Yes, it takes part in the chemical reaction. So here five points we studied about the Dalton's atomic theory. So the Dalton atomic theory postulates matter is made up of indivisible particle, that is called atom. Atoms of the same element are similar, but they differ from atom of other element. So atoms cannot be created nor destroyed. So atom of different elements may combine with each other to form the compound. So the atom, it is the smallest particle. This is taking part in a chemical reaction. Did you understand children? Now we will study about subatomic particles. Subatomic particles are smaller than atoms. They can be composite particles such as neutron and proton are elementary particles which according to the standard model are not made of other particles. Subatomic particles are smaller than atoms. They can be composite particles such as neutron and proton are elementary particles which according to the standard model are not made of other particles. Okay children. Now here the Dalton's atom model concept continued to hold ground for a long time. Various discoveries and researches in late 19th century 19ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்கு முன்பதாக early 20th century 20th century 20ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்கு பிற்பாடு they established that atom is not the smallest indivisible particle. Atom is made up of very small particles like electron, protons and neutrons. So these three particles are called fundamental particles or subatomic particles. This is Dalton's atom model concept. Continue to hold ground for long times. Okay. So here next we will study about the discoveries of fundamental particles. Okay. Now what do you see in the picture? J.J. Thomson. Here the first subatomic particles to be discovered was the electron. Okay, the first atomic particle to be discovered was the electron, identified in 1897 by J.J. Thomson. After the nucleus of the atom was discovered in 1911 by Ernest Rutherford, the nucleus of ordinary hydrogen was recognized to be a single proton. So the first subatomic particle to be discovered was the electron. It was identified in 1897 by J.J. Thomson. Okay, children. Now listen, children. We are going to study about cathode ray discharge tube. Cathode ray discharge tube. J.J. Thomson discovered the electron by using this, the cathode ray discharge tube experiment. Okay, we will study them in detail. Okay, children. Look at this. This is cathode ray discharge tube. The electron discovered, J.J. Thomson discovered the electron by using this cathode ray discharge tube experiment. Okay, here you see a long glass tube which was closed at both ends. You see that a long glass tube is there. That glass tube was closed at both ends. Yes, it was taken as a discharge tube. This is a long glass tube, then covered, closed at both ends. So this is as a discharge tube. Okay. Now so it is in figure 3.3. Next, two metal plates which acted as electrodes. Two metal plate that acted as electrode, mean monai. They were placed at each end of the discharge tube. You see that at each end of the discharge tube, two metal plates are there. Yes or no? Two metal plates. The two metal plates were connected to a, you see that it is connected to a high voltage generator. Is it there? High voltage generator. Okay. Then the plate connected to the negative terminal of source. That is the plate, two metal plate, the plate connected with to the negative terminal of source, that is acted as cathode. And the one attached to the positive terminal acted as anode. Okay, children, cathode, anode. The discharge tube, you see the discharge tube, it is connected to a vacuum pump. You see that? Is it vacuum pump? It is in our book. Yes, look at that, figure 3.3. So the discharge tube connected to a vacuum pump. It is shown in the figure. What is the use? It helps to reduce the pressure of the gas. Because the gas is inside the tube. So this vacuum pump helps to reduce the pressure, gas pressure. How many? There's suppose the pressure may be inside the tube. So when we use the vacuum pumper, it helps to reduce the pressure of the gas. If the pressure of gas is more, it helps to reduce. Okay, children. Next, at a very high potential and at very low pressure. At a very high potential and at very low pressure, air at very low pressure and high potential energy, yes, that is high voltage generator. A stream of ray, kadirveechugal, a stream of rays were emitted from cathode. Okay, at a very high voltage and also very low temperature, a stream of rays, kadirveechugal, veliye varigiradu, they are emitted from the cathode. So that J.J. Thomson named these rays are cathode rays. These rays are cathode rays. Then when electric field, okay, when minpulam, when electric field was applied in the path of cathode ray, they were deflected towards the positive plate of electric field, This proved that cathode rays were negatively charged. Listen children, when we apply the electric field in the path of cathode ray, the rays were deflected towards the positive plate of electric field of anode. So he proved that cathode rays are negatively charged. So this was proved further by deflection. When magnetic field was applied, when electric field was applied, the cathode rays are deflected. When magnetic field was applied, the cathode rays deflected towards the positive plate. So J.J. Thomson concluded from this experiment that cathode rays are made up of negatively charged particles. So that is electron. So discovery of how the electrons discovered by J.J. Thomson. Through this experiment, J.J. Thomson discovered the electron. Did you understand, children? Okay. Now we are going to study about properties of electrons. What is that? Properties of electron. Do you know the properties of electron? We know, yes, electrons are negatively charged particles. Next, mass of electron was found to be 1 by 1837 times of the mass of hydrogen. Mass of electron was found to be 1 by 1837 times of mass of hydrogen. Then an electron has a definite mass. Then it also carries a definite charge. Yes, it carries a definite charge. Next, it has a constant charge by mass ratio. It has a constant charge. These are the properties of electron. It has a constant charge by mass ratio. That is E by m. Okay, children. It has a constant charge by mass ratio. Okay. Did you understand, children? Okay, children. Now I will give classwork or homework. Okay, children. Now only 2 questions. I will give the homework. All of you take a homework note. Write your homework question. Only 2 questions. Okay. Write the question fast. Then you write the answer. After that, take photos and send the homework in our school WhatsApp. Okay, children? Okay. First question. Explain the atomic theory proposed by Acharya Kannada. Explain the atomic theory proposed by Acharya Kannada. Second question. Explain how Thomson discovered electron using cathode ray discharge tube. Okay, children, these 2 homework, these 2 questions write fast. Okay, we will meet again in the next video. Thank you all.